share about my week. And I've never really spoken in front of a big crowd before without a script given to me beforehand. But I've noticed when listening to other people that it's always good to start off with a joke, so y'all can like warm up to me. So, what kind of trees grow in your hand? Palm trees. You know that. I finished my freshman year in high school, and so this was my first mission trip. And, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. I was excited to, get to hang out with my friends for a week, go to the beach and probably get to sing Father Abraham with the little kids and stuff, But, honestly, I wasn't really expecting anything monumental or life-changing for me. But God really proved my expectations wrong big time. Every day we went into these RV parks, and there were kids there, and we did like a VBS or like a backyard Bible school for them. And just let me go ahead and say that I'm not like exceptionally good with little kids. I babysit and stuff like that, but I'm not just one of these people like it just comes naturally to them. But or so I thought, and I think God was just really enjoying proving me wrong this week because that came up this weekend. But on the first day there, I met a girl named Jenny. She was 9 years old, and she's actually a girl that I had gone up to and was talking to her and her sister about coming to the VBS. And she came, but her sister was a little shy, so she didn't want to come. But before we went on the mission trip, Brandon had talked to us about each of us kind of like, meeting all the kids and like finding a kid that you kind of click with and like just really pouring into them and giving them your special attention and everything. And it was like called the shepherd flock method, I think. And but I didn't really have to try to do that with Jade, and that's kind of new for me because I always had to make just like special effort to identify with kids. But we just really clicked, and all I really did was sit by her during the Bible lesson, and I talked to her about what she liked to do, and I just helped her paint pink polka dots on a craft we did. But we just really clicked, and she felt really special. And she felt cared for, and she had a lot of fun. And the next day, she decided to bring her sister Jessie because apparently she had told her sister how much fun she had had. And so then her and her sister went, and they told their parents about what they did. And I don't know if they were saved or if they were a Christian family or not, but I know they told their parents. And so just paying that extra attention just to one little kid created a huge chain reaction that I'll probably never know all the effects of. That happened, and being with her this week, she probably won't forget it for a long time, and I know she felt really special and everything, but that little 9-year-old girl changed my life, and I know I'll never forget it, because being with her showed me that, God can put you somewhere where you think you're not supposed to be. You're like, oh God, I'm not supposed to be here, which I don't know why I said that to God anyway, because He's got it under control, and I'm nowhere near that. But He can put you somewhere where you think you're supposed to be, and you're not supposed to be, and prove you wrong big time, and you get a real blessing out of it. And being with her also showed me that little things, just like pink polka dots, can make a lot of big things happen. I'll just share a quick story with y'all. Back in March, we had a Disciple Now in our youth, and it was another thing that was new to me. We'd never done one. So I didn't really know what to expect out of it, but this event changed my life and the lives of others in a really big way. The speaker at Disciple Now was Chris Dolberry, and one night he said that 8 out of 10 people will come to church if you just ask them. And he also said that every 2 seconds someone dies without Jesus. Every 2 seconds. And that night, I experienced conviction like I never had before, and I made the choice to expand my witness instead of just wasting my time like I have been, just doing nothing and not making any kind of difference. And so, ever since that weekend back in March, I started to pray for a person, and I didn't know who I was praying for, but I was praying for them, and I just was asking God, to give me somebody that I can have a chance to pour into. And when you ask God for a chance to share your faith, He'll give you a chance. So, you gotta mean it. But I was praying for him, and soon after that, I met a girl in my first block B class, and her name was Kristen. And we became pretty fast friends, and trying to make a long story short here, she became my best friend. We started hanging out a lot, and I knew she was the person that God was giving me, and so I started praying even harder for what God wanted me to do and what to do next. And I started inviting her to church, and she came, and she loved it, and she started bringing her cousin Ashley, and, you know, just like Chris said, 8 out of 10 people will come if you just ask. And so they started coming, and they were even coming if I wasn't here one day. I mean, and so I was like, all right, you know, I got this, mission accomplished, you know, is that good, God, you know, am I done? And he's like, no, Kelly, you're not done, you know, that's not good enough. And I'm like, okay, so, you know, what do you want me to do next? And so then down in the gym, they were starting to talk more about the mission trip coming up, and, you know, Chris and Ashley was like, okay, we're going to come. They decided to come, and, you know, I was all excited, so then I was like, and then I was like, all right, God, you know, come to church, going on a mission trip? I mean, yeah, I'm done, right? I mean, that's good. And God's like, no, that's not enough. That's not enough for me. That's not all I want. And so I was praying even harder for this mission trip because I was wanting something to come out of it. And they don't know this, but I had been praying for them for months, and I had people praying for them. So once they got on the trip, like Ethan said, it was just a great service. Everybody was praying with everybody, and it was bringing us a lot closer. And I already prayed with Kristen, and so did 2 other girls. And you know, I was like, okay, you know, God, you know, I was standing there and I was praying, and I was like, should I talk to her? And you know, what do I do? And he's like, you know, Kellee, you talk to her. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't want to feel like she's being attacked because, you know, 3 people have prayed with her. You know, that's enough. And you know, I was just like, you know, that's the devil telling me that. And he was like, Kellee, you know, you need to talk to her. And so I did. I talked to Kristen, and I got to be there, and we talked, and I got to lead her to cross that night. And I got to talk to her, and I was there when Reggie prayed with her, and then I got to talk to Ashley, and I got to lead her in prayer. And it was just the most amazing experience. It wasn't me. It wasn't me at all that saved them, and it was just, I got to be used by God. God just let me plant the seed and water it and see it bloom. And it was the most amazing experience that I've ever had this time getting saved myself. And everybody was just so happy. I mean, Miss Alala was running laps around the church. I mean, screaming and hollering. And that night was proof to me that prayer works. And like I said earlier, one little thing can make big things happen. And you know, I believe with all my heart that God put me in first block, physical education, second semester of school. So all of that can happen. And 2 lives have been changed forever, and now they have the chance to impact their families. So I've told you all of this just so I can tell you that everything we do has an impact. And every single little thing, if you think it's a little thing, every single thing is part of God's plan. And there's nothing more amazing to see once the prayer's answered and your best friend gets saved. God will use you in a big way if you just ask. If you just go talk to people, just go. Even if you think you're not doing something big enough, if you're not making big enough of an impact, you're creating a chain reaction. And if you're not expecting much out of something just because it's new or you're not comfortable with it, you're probably going to be proved wrong pretty soon because God's just cool like that. And I've never been so happy to be wrong in my expectations. And if you're here tonight and you're not saved and you don't have that assurance in Jesus and you're not a child of His, I just want to tell you, you know, please don't wait. Like Reggie said this weekend, he said, why wait? It's just dumb. Don't wait. You know, there's no need for it. You can have it right now. And your life will be forever changed. And I just want to thank y'all for letting me come up here and babble and listening to me. But I just want to close by reading some lyrics that we've probably done 100 times in here, but I never really got it until this week. My Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation, He rose and conquered the grave. My Jesus conquered the grave.